whispering for weeks. Theories, remarks, and clips all center around the same question. What is really happening between Khloé Kardashian and Scott Dick? Fans have seen a recurring trend emerge in everything from lighthearted interviews to mysterious Instagram posts. The late-night get-togethers, the inside jokes, and Scott's flirtatious humor with Khloé. And if some saw it as innocuous sibling energy, others started interpreting a more subtle message. And Kourtney Kardashian remained silent the whole time. Silence has always been Kourtney's most effective weapon. She watches as others scramble to answer. She finds calm and strength where the family thrives on cameras. However, her quiet began as the rumors about Scott and Khloé intensified, causing fans to choose sides, headlines to twist, and conjecture to rise, to have the sensation of a message unto itself. However, I haven't yet spoken to Cord, the children, or anybody else of that kind. Yes. Would that be acceptable to Mason? Well, I'm not sure. People were looking for a single quotation, a message, or a response. They were unaware, however, that Kourtney's words are the result of her having already come to terms with what she would say. According to an insider close to her, silence isn't always peace. It's preparation sometimes. Kourtney finally addressed the topic of discussion during a private interview this week that was recorded for the family's reality show. Not with rage or envy, but with the cool, even disarming candor that has come to define her. "I think people forget that we've all grown up together," she said, leaning back and grinning a little. Khloé and Scott have their relationship, their humor, and their thing. It's strange what people choose to see, and I've never been troubled by it. It wasn't defensive. It wasn't chilly. It was a barrier that was passed off as elegance, because the lady beneath that calm demeanor had learnt from years of heartache in public that responding only serves to increase disorder. Being us is not easy. Living here is difficult. But you haven't been, and you usually demuffing about, which I like. I don't. The video quickly went viral. Every phrase, every pause, every expression was analyzed by fans. It was said to be icy by some and sophisticated by others. But one thing was universally acknowledged. This was Kourtney in her prime. Just a gentle reminder that she is no longer playing the same game as everyone else, without any subtweets or theatrical flourishes. Otherwise, it is. One admirer said, "She doesn't need to yell. Her composure speaks for itself." Perhaps that's why her remarks were more impactful than any tirade. Because it's closure rather than cacophony when Kourtney Kardashian finally speaks out. You must go back to the beginning of this triangle of connection, loyalty, and hazy boundaries in order to see why Kourtney Kardashian's quiet became such a tale. Due to the length of Scott will always be a part of my family, and I don't want to lose any of them, even if it was before Travis Barker, before marriage, children, and distance. I want for all of us to remain together. Scott Dick was more than simply Kourtney's companion once. He was a member of the Kardashian family, and in that universe, Khloé was not only his sister-in-law, but also his co-conspirator. When keeping up with the Kardashians initially started, it was hard to overlook Scott and Khloé's connection. They were the comedy team of the program, exchanging jabs, making jokes, and causing mayhem whenever they appeared together. Khloé would taunt, "You're literally the brother I never wanted," her words. "I can't get rid of you, my sister." Scott would retaliate. It was amusing. It was crazy. But there was a genuine emotional connection below the humor. One of the only individuals that supported Scott throughout his most chaotic times was Khloé. Scott, in turn, depended on her like family despite her addictions, heartache, and loneliness. Khloé became Scott's advocate inside the Kardashian family over time. She was the one that checked in with him and called him out when he spiraled. She remained patient while others gave up, laughing one minute and taking it seriously the next. Their relationship was hazy, not because it was extraordinarily devoted, but also because it was romantic. Scott has always had a special place in Khloé's heart. Fans also saw the same intimacy, according to a source close to the family. She knows his flaws, but she also knows his heart. Their internet inside jokes, matched trips, and intimate meals. And that type of relationship always invites interpretation in a family where everything becomes content. Your hair looks good. Is it amber? Do I have amber hair? It seems stunning. We call it cowboy. If it's okay with you, I grabbed a smoothie. The chemistry between Khloé and Scott started to get noticed once again as the years passed, and Kourtney moved on with Travis Barker. Every time they made an appearance together, a meal here, a TikTok there, the same question erupted on social media. Does this friendship go too far? The internet didn't want to accept it since what had previously been lighthearted now held history, despite insiders and the Kardashians themselves insisting it was all play. Furthermore, history, particularly Kardashian history, never really goes away. And why didn't Kourtney publicly respond throughout all of this watching? Because, as astrologers like to remind us, her Scorpio moon energy has taught her that not all emotions need a public response. Oh no, yes God, oh God, thank you. You already know what it is. Holy, you just handed me that lovely thing. Thank you for that. Whoa, the way I like it. Thank you. You're welcome. Kourtney wasn't being uninterested. It was sagacity. She has seen this dynamic before, saw the mayhem it causes, and discovered that self-explanation does not lead to calm. It results from not having to. It's not romance that complicates this issue. It's loyalty, like. It's the way this family is so linked, how roles may become muddled, and how perception often triumphs over reality. And it was precisely what paved the way for the subsequent events. The quiet before the storm. Silence is never meaningless in the Kardashian household. It conveys a message. The loudest of all was Kourtney Kardashian's quiet. Kourtney remained still as fans analyzed every Instagram symbol and frame of video, and newspapers attempted to incite turmoil around Scott and Khloé. Just silence, no criticism, no remarks. And that silence isn't indifference. It's control for someone who has spent half of her life in the spotlight. Throughout her life, Kourtney has remained distinct from her sisters. She is not an attention seeker who acts emotional. She takes her time explaining her position. When it counts, she speaks. And when she does, it's firm, deliberate, and measured. In an interview, she noted, "I've learned that not everything deserves a reaction. Peace may sometimes be achieved by being silent." This time, however, the quiet wasn't one of disinterest, it was maturity. What's going on? Most likely I would sell this home. God, oh God. Additionally, I would sell the other homes I'm creating and then proceed with the same plan there, constructing buildings, apartments, and other structures. None of this seems well thought out to me. This resembles an impulsive action rather than an impulsive buy. Furthermore, that's never good. Following everything that she has endured with Scott is just a different person now than she was 10 years ago. Despite the ups and downs, the public heartaches, and the emotional turmoil. She no longer seeks closure. She makes it. According to insiders, Kourtney was fully aware of the increasing rumors circulating regarding Scott and Khloé. Despite seeing the videos, the jokes, and the internet criticism, she chose to be a Scorpio and observe, read the energy, and wait for the proper opportunity to speak. That's Kourtney's secret strength. Her words are not an act of self-defense. She speaks to put a stop to the discussion. According to one source, Kourtney's last words are the result of her processing them beforehand. She no longer speaks out of rage. She speaks clearly. Her silence gave the impression to the public that she was unconcerned. However, to others who know her, it had a different meaning: calm. Kourtney didn't keep quiet to prevent any trouble. The decision was to not feed it. Additionally, she is the best person to know that rumors die quicker when they are ignored. She's learned to live without the spotlight in a family that lives on it. And that's maybe the biggest source of annoyance for folks. She cannot be dragged into a storm that she had previously experienced. Thus, it wasn't an impromptu moment when Kourtney eventually spoke. Calm but deliberate. Her comments were simple, but they carried a lot of weight. The kind that says, "I've seen this all before and I'm not interested in repeating it." Because it's not for show when Kourtney speaks after silence. For closure, and her growth may be found in her calm assurance. The lady who used to react now just answers. Peace is now the woman who once battled for it. The internet did what it usually does when Kourtney Kardashian finally said something. It split, because no comment goes unnoticed. In the Kardashian realm, every sentence, pause, and glance becomes a viral video, a hypothesis, or a headline, awaiting dissection. Her remark was clear, concise, and calm. It was little more than a paragraph. But in a few hours, it set off millions of responses. Others believed they could sense the strain underlying her composure, while others described it as elegant or frigid. Fans applauded her prudence on one side. They saw a lady who had endured years of public grief and had at last discovered how to navigate turmoil without responding to it. This is development. One admirer said on X, previously Twitter, that she doesn't owe anybody an emotional breakdown. Another noted that Kourtney's essay, which received thousands of likes, is her retaliation. Others, however, saw her remarks differently. They believed that there was something unspoken in her quiet, a hint that she hadn't forgotten the years of suffering that followed. Previously, one remark went viral, saying she's pretending to be unbothered. Because we're so accustomed to noise, peace now appears suspicious, but you can tell there's still something there. And maybe that's the truth about Kourtney. Her calmness is so real it feels staged. Within hours, TikTok was overrun with videos splicing together old Keeping Up with the Kardashians episodes. Intercut with Kourtney's recent people who didn't follow the Kardashians closely started commenting, calling Kourtney's statement the calmest power move of the year. She didn't name names, she didn't address rumors, she just reminded the world. Edits with moody filters, captions like she's done explaining herself, or you can hear the pain in her silence, appeared next to moments of Scott and Khloé laughing, hugging, or joking on camera that she no longer plays the game. According to insiders, her comment was met with mixed reactions behind closed doors, with Khloé reportedly finding it expected but unnecessary, and Scott being quiet, possibly embarrassed. However, her delivery was flawless, and Kourtney wasn't the catalyst for another season of family drama. That's what sets her apart. According to one family source, everyone else responds. She makes the decision. The irony is that Kourtney's silence only made her voice louder. In essence, the public's response to her statement spoke more about us than about her because, in reality, we crave reaction, expect fire rather than grace, and we doubt someone's peace when they refuse to give us chaos. When Kourtney Kardashian finally addressed the Scott and Khloé situation, her words didn't sound like gossip, but rather like closure. No accusations, no raised voice, just quiet truth. Measured, grounded, and unmistakably Kourtney. People love to imagine drama where there isn't any. When a confession is built on, restraint is often the strongest move. Family is that. It's my acceptance, not my worry. And the internet was disrupted by that cue. The message seems serene and even dispassionate on paper. However, if you pay careful attention, you may hear emancipation as it really is. Kourtney is not referring to Khloé's sibling or Scott's ex. She is speaking like a woman who has at last broken free from the triangle that once characterized her. Her tone conveyed more information than her words did. She's not envious. She doesn't take offense. She's finished. Anger will never be as potent as that kind of emotional neutrality, particularly in a family that has spent whole seasons on drama. She said subsequently, "I've reconciled with the past. Right now, I'm concentrating on my life, wife, kids, and vitality." It sounded like maturity to the general public. It seemed like a relief to many who are aware of her past with Scott. Fans couldn't resist breaking down each phrase, however. Was there any shade? Was it a sly jab at the intimacy between Scott and Khloé? She used the term acceptance, according to some strategically, to imply, "I'm not okay with it, but I've made peace because I have to." Others said it was just a means to establish boundaries, a way to let everyone know that her emotional commitment to Scott's life is now formally over. Passively aggressive is not what that is. Kourtney's comments straddled the fine line between vulnerability and authority. One body language expert said on TikTok, "That's emotional detachment, and it's powerful." The tension wasn't anything she denied. She just wouldn't give it food. Her tone, according to many there, was what made it memorable. No performance, constant and soft, the way someone talks after practicing the feelings in solitude. She had no intention of persuading anybody. According to an insider, she was essentially convincing herself that she had already let go. And that's why her remarks were so powerful. Because calm assurance is always the sound of genuine serenity. Kourtney didn't have to demonstrate that she had moved on. She just was. Her remark was a proclamation rather than a defense. A statement stating that her narrative with Scott had come to a